What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Find Me Toys. Before we begin our video, I want to give a huge shout out, and this is dedicated to my good friend who's probably the biggest Walking Dead fan I have ever met. I want to give a shout out to Mike. Hope you guys are doing good, and this one's for you, brother. We are at the end of the line of The Walking Dead, the TV show at the time of this recording. So without further ado, let me discuss and let me show you some of the collectibles that I've gotten over the years. So first off, I went to my local grocery outlet like maybe a year ago, and I was able to get me some Walking Dead wine. Now this is actually based off the comic book. This is the design. This is the comic book. This is Chardonnay. This is Michonne. Michonne, one of my favorite comic book characters. I think I actually like her portrayal more in the Walking Dead TV series, but I was able to pick up this wine bottle. 2016. It has really cool artwork on it. I don't like wine. I really don't like wine. So I just wanted it for the bottle. It's just sitting there and it will be preserved unless a zombie apocalypse happens and somebody comes and raids my house and gets this wine. So here's the badass Rick Grimes one. This one is a very cool. I love how they use this artwork for the bottle. Rick is looking super awesome. This is a red wine. This is called Blood Red Blend. And this one was from 2017 while Michonne was in 2016. And this is the back of it as well. Two very cool wine bottles. I just need to get Glen. Maybe in the future I will get Glen. But these guys are going to be sitting out on my shelf. Next up, I wanted to present Lucille, baby. Lucille. Fun fact, I actually had two of these. So I got this bad boy in 1 year, I believe in Comic-Con or WonderCon. The one bat I got was, the first bat I had was the gray one. It was super light, not as good as material as this one. I think it might have been even a little bit more smaller. I broke that one in a drunk tirade. I broke that one. I got this one, and this one has the barbed wire, has the blood all over it as well. Lucille loves to eat vampire bat. Has the blood tip right there. So I love this bat. This bat is kind of hefty a little bit, which is cool. I don't know. You can still break it, but I don't think it's going to be as easily broken as the one bat I had. I mean, I took one swing and it broke. So this one is pretty tight. This is one of my favorite pieces that I have in my collection. This is the Lucille, the vampire bat. So going from Lucille, here is Daryl Dixon's crossbow. I honestly don't. I think I did get this at a convention. I lost the little, little darts they put in here, and you're able to shoot. This one's actually, but I kept the bow, and of course the bow. Maybe I'll go and like get some little darts or find the darts that go with this somewhere else. This is pretty cool though. It says The Walking Dead. It's a little. Just a little paper on there, honestly. Oh yeah, look, it's coming apart right there, which kind of sucks. You know, it would have been nice if it was like, you know, engraved in there instead, but the little paper's coming off. It's just a little sticker. It's a cool piece though. I mean, it's Daryl Dixon's crossbow, and I just like to display it, and I think it's a really cool piece that goes with my Lucille. I would like a Michonne katana, but I think I'll wait on that. But yeah, Daryl Dixon crossbow. I got Rick Grimes. So this is the Rick Grimes figure. I love this version of Rick. I think this is season 2, I want to believe. I would like to get a season 1 as well, you know, with him and his hat and his jacket. But this is a very grimy Rick, you know. But the detail on this is really fantastic, and it really looks like Andrew Lincoln a little bit. He's very has his beard, has his shirt. It comes with the gun, his famous little pistol, and of course his very good detail. Like a lot of these figures have really good accessories. The boots is where it's at, man. Rick Grimes. So this Rick statue has his watch as well. This is a very nice figure. I think Rick is one of the best characters to the TV show and comic book to come out in for years. A good protagonist. Morals are different. TV show, I think, is a little bit more controversial because of his decision making. It's very hard when you're thrust upon this leadership, but I think the show was absolutely lacking of Rick Grimes when Angelica decided to leave. It hurt the show so much. I think it definitely is time for the show to go. But Andrew and Dana Guerrero, I believe her name is, and Rick and Michonne are having their own spinoff. So I actually would like to tune into that because I do like the relationship they have. But this is my Rick Grimes figure and badass collectible. Glenn, this one is really, really cool. I think this is season 3, if I'm not mistaken. He has his handgun. He's a bloody Glenn. We know what happens to him, in both comic and TV show. Very good color scheme here. I mean, you have, he just looks fantastic with the clothes. The clothing is where it's at. You have the bloody pants right there. And kind of focus on that. His boots. The clothing detail on these figurines is absolutely fantastic. He has his knife. I think you could take this off too. Yeah, you could take that out as well. That's what's cool about these figures. The bases, I don't have the bases for these guys right now because the bases suck. I don't like I think that's one complaint I have with this is the base. And I would say the face could be more detailed. It's not as good as you want it to be. But Glenn absolutely is one of my favorite characters on the TV show. In the comics he is as well, but I think the TV show, the actor did a fantastic job. No poor taste, but here he is. He said, suck my nuts. Negan, baby. Jeffrey Dean Morgan portraying Negan. Negan in the comics is 1,000 times better. Not knocking the actor because I do like the choice of Negan in the show. It's just they really didn't do anything. They really didn't make his character as special as Robert Kirkman and crew did in the comic books. So this is Negan with his. I do love the look of Negan in the TV show. It's very accurate to the comic book counterpart. But this is Jeffrey Dean Morgan with Lucille. You saw my Lucille bat. This one's not as bloody. But the jacket's dope. You could have, a lot of the GameStop started closing down, they had a lot of these Negan's figures. You could have got them for like 30% off or 50% off. I got them for dirt cheap as well. It's just a really cool figure to have. I love his boots, his belt. His base sucks. His base is probably the worst out of all these guys. Well, I don't know, maybe Glenn's. But Negan's base really sucks. And the base work needs to be better with these figures. Of course, Walking Dead is ending. It'd be cool to have a Maggie too. We know Negan and Maggie are going to have a little spin-off show. But this is my Negan figurine. Really cool one right there. Next up is Daryl Dixon. Daryl, this is, I believe, season 3 as well. Maybe season 4. I like season 1 and 2. Daryl's look better with the short hair. More redneck, basically. I love redneck Daryl. That chokehold was illegal. Now, Daryl is not a character in the comic books. He's just he's a made character played by Norman Reedus, who's such a talented actor. If you haven't seen Boondock Saints, of course, everybody loves that movie, Boondock Saints. He killed it, man. He made Daryl a character that such a memorable character in The Walking Dead and a welcome addition as well. I didn't put the crossbow just right because it's so freaking hard to get this crossbow on his hand. So I just kind of left it like that. You can take it off if you want. This look is really cool. Of course, his jacket with the wings. I always found his jacket with the wings super corny, but I know people like to rock them. Yeah, like I said, the clothing of these figurines are so detailed. You do have a little blood splatter in the back with those wings. And you have his little handkerchief right there. So does this look like Norman Reedus? On the side profile it does. I think what's crazy is like the eyes could be a little bit better on these figurines. I think that's what's kind of throwing it off a little bit. He has not yet the long hair. He has kind of lengthy hair, but not the long hair that we see him in today episodes of Walking Dead. So Daryl Dixon, he has his little knife right here as well. Love Daryl. I just felt like his character kind of regressed a little bit. His character kind of regressed as the seasons went on. He was more quiet, and people would argue that, he's in an apocalyptic world. He's lost so many people. I get that, but what we loved about Daryl was his personality in that season 1 and season 2. And I think we got taken away from that. And I know his brother Merle dies, but we really got taken away from classic Daryl. But I do like him and Rick's relationship throughout the series. But this is my Daryl Dixon figurine. So they had 3 vests. They had Hilltop, Saviors, and they had the Kingdom. And I picked the Saviors. This is one of my favorite things I've gotten in The Walking Dead. This is the Saviors vest that they had at WonderCon. This was years back. The vest is very awesome. My size. What I love, it has The Walking Dead right there. Very comfortable too. A lot of pockets, which I absolutely love. The buttons. And then this is Walking Dead legit right here. So I got this vest, and I should have probably got the other, at least one more. I thought maybe, I had a chance to get maybe something else. Or maybe get it another time, but they don't make these anymore. This is it. This was all it. You could have got the patches, which would have been really cool, but this was dope. This is a cool one. The Kingdom was the cool one as well. Hilltop was cool, I think, but the Kingdom was probably the other one I was gonna get. It had the tiger on there, so this is definitely one of my favorite pieces. I love this vest. I'm so glad I at least got one of them. This is one of my favorite pieces in the Walking Dead collection that I have. Walking Dead vest by Skybound, I believe. So last thing that I gotten to showcase from my Walking Dead collection is from my buddy Mike. My buddy Mike sent me, and he's an awesome guy, man. You could actually see some of our old videos that we did on the podcast and stuff, talking Walking Dead when the comic book run was going on. But boy, what an amazing friend to have. And yeah, man, one of these days I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go visit you. But he sent me the Walking Dead comic. A Walking Dead comic, and there's such a big meaning to this comic because he knows I absolutely love Andrea. So we got this graded, and man, if you know process of grading, like especially with cards and stuff, it's a pain in the ass. It's a lot of it's a lot of loops and hoops you have to go through. But you got this graded for me. This is Walking Dead issue 167, A Certain Doom. This is the one where I believe Andrea, my favorite character, dies. She gets bitten by rescuing Eugene. She goes back to Rick. There's a lot of things, chaos going on, Rick and the colonies and, this certain war and going on with Rick and all that stuff. And I remember reading this and I'm like, dude, no, like not Andrea. Andrea's my girl. The TV show did her injustice. The comic book, she is one of the best characters, probably top 3 characters in a lot of people's eyes in the Walking Dead. I don't know, maybe top 5 in the Walking Dead comic book, but she's my number 1. And her death was really, it sucked, man. It absolutely sucked. So to get this graded by my good buddy Mike, and I display it over here, see it every day. So this is it was a fitting ending. So her death really set a lot of great moments, especially with her and Carl, the meaning of why Carl calls her mom. Rick, even after her death, still absolutely missing her. And then after his demise, those having the graves, Andrea and Rick. And I know Robert Kirkman he did not want to do this. He did not want to kill off Andrea so soon and just was not ready to give up this character. But I think at that time, we didn't know, but he knew that the Walking Dead series was about to come to an end, so he had to wrap a lot of things up. And I think Andrea was always meant to die, and I think Rick was always meant to die. I think all of them were actually meant to die in the original one, but this is absolutely, thank you, Mike. Thank you for being there. Thank you, guys, for listening to me. Walking Dead is ending this Sunday. The main show, but there will be spin-offs. I mean, you still have like a lot of spin-offs. I think I stopped watching, but I still love The Walking Dead in that universe. I think I will watch the Rick and Michonne series. What show are you guys looking forward to after The Walking Dead? Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys saddened that it's ending? Who's one of your favorite characters? And yeah, just let me know. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like the content. I'm Dan Man, aka Dennis Sun. Like I always say, go find some toys. Bye, guys.